Hello everyone, myself Archana Varude. In last video, we study about energy bands in solids, how the energy bands are formed in solid, what is by valence band, conduction band and forbidden energy gap, and how to draw the energy band diagrams for valence band and conduction band. And after watching this video, you will be able to understand what is by conductors, semiconductors and insulators, and how to draw the energy band diagrams for conductors, semiconductors and insulators. First we see what is by conductors. Solids are classified as conductors, semiconductors and insulators. And conductors means the material through which electric current conducts speedily and easily. A material conducts electricity if it contains movable charges in it, and the free electrons move randomly inside the solid and carry charge. Thus, free electrons are charge carriers. And in conductors, valence band and conduction band is overlapping to each other. There are excess of electrons and therefore there is no forbidden energy gap in conductors, and examples are silver, copper, aluminum or all metals are called as a good conducting materials. And this is the diagram for conductors. This diagram shows the energy band diagram for conductor. Here it is observed that first band is valence band. The electrons are present in outermost orbit are called as valence electrons, and the range of energies possessed by valence electrons is called as valence band. And when these valence electrons becoming free electrons and they are converted into conducting electrons, they are transferred from valence band to conduction band. And in conductors, there is no forbidden energy gap. There is a overlapping between valence band and conduction band. And for conductors, this conduction band is almost full. Then putting the semiconductors. The materials having conductivity less than that of conductor and more than that of insulator, it's called semiconductor, and these semiconductors behaves the property or it shows the properties of both, that is conductors and insulators. And examples of semiconductors are germanium and silicon. And the forbidden energy of semiconductor is about 1 electron volt. For germanium, the forbidden energy gap is 0.72 electron volt, and for silicon its value is 1.12 electron volt. And in this case the valence band is full and conduction band is almost empty, and the forbidden energy gap is very small, it is about 1 electron volt, and thus even heat energy at room temperature is sufficient to lift the electrons from valence band to conduction band. Some electrons jump from valence band to conduction band, thus at room temperature it conducts some electric current. And with increase in temperature, this width of forbidden energy band decreases so that some of the electrons are liberated into the conduction band. In other words, conductivity of semiconductor increases with temperature. This is the energy band diagram for semiconductor. As we see in theory that there is a small gap between valence band and conduction band for semiconductor, and it is about 1 electron volt. Then third is insulator. These insulators are also called as bad conducting materials. The material through which electric current does not flow is called as an insulator. And in case of insulator, the forbidden energy gap between valence band and conduction band is very wide. That is, the forbidden energy gap is greater than 5.5 electron volt, and because of this, it is practically not possible for an electron in the valence band to jump from valence band to conduction band. And here there are some examples of insulators are wood, plastic, rubber. These are also called as bad conducting materials because through these materials electric current does not flow. This is the energy band diagram for insulator. As in theory, it states that there is a wide gap between valence band and conduction band, and it is about 5.5 electron volt, or it may be greater than 5.5 electron volt, and therefore it is practically not possible for an electron in the valence band to jump in the conduction band, and therefore these materials work as an insulator. Now we solve some MCQ on these above topics, that is conductors, semiconductors and insulators. First question is, good conductor of electricity consists. First option is large number of free electrons. Second option is few number of free electrons. Third is no free electrons, and fourth is none of these. And as we know that the valence electrons are called as free electrons, and in good conductor there is a large number of free electrons for conduction of electricity, and therefore first option is correct, that is large number of free electrons. Second question is, which of the following is an example of conductor? Option A is wood, option B is plastic, option C is rubber, and option 4 is copper. And here this first option wood, it is an example of insulator. Option B is plastic, it is also an example of insulator. Option C rubber, it is also an example of insulator. And option D copper, it is an example of conductor, and therefore correct option is D, copper. Question number 3 is, the forbidden energy gap for germanium is. Option A is 0.72 electron volt. Option B is 1.12 electron volt. Option C is 0.67 electron volt. And option D is none of these. And from the theory of semiconductors, we know that the forbidden energy gap for semiconductor is about 1 electron volt, and for germanium its value is 0.72 electron volt, and therefore correct option is A, 0.72 electron volt. Question number 4 is, the forbidden energy gap for silicon is. Option A is 0.72 electron volt. Option B is 1.12 electron volt. Option C is 0.67 electron volt. Option D is none of these. And from the theory, we know that silicon, it is also an example of semiconductor, and the forbidden energy gap for silicon is 1.12 electron volt, and therefore correct option is B, 1.12 electron volt. This is all about today's video. I hope you all understand these points. What is by conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Thank you.